Hello, Scorpio. I am Art Kozak. This is Art Kozak Tarot, and this is your reading for March 16th through the 22nd, 2020. I have to preface this video with a couple of statements. Number one, as you might be able to tell, I'm working with some limited technology here. I'm just starting out this channel, working in some limited circumstances, so there isn't any editing available. I have to shoot these readings all in one take. That's why if something interrupts, if there's some kind of interruption, or I come down with a coughing fit because of the cold I'm getting over from last week, I have to go to take 2 or maybe even take 3. For you, that is why there are so many cards already on the table and a glass of water here. So if said coughing fit happens again, we can just persevere. I also want to preface this by saying, I have experienced, and this is normally not something that I put a lot of weight into, but just intuitively, it seems very significant to me. From shuffling the cards initially to having to do multiple takes for this particular video, the intuitive message that I am getting is that some of you out there, and it may be you right now listening to this video, you may be paying a little bit too much attention to external circumstances that are stressing you out, okay? You may be watching the news a little bit too much. You may be getting your heart and your mind involved in current events or politics or whatever it is that isn't really affecting your life directly, and yet it's making it seem like everything is falling apart. It's making it seem like things are just totally chaotic. Well, they're not. The actual cards on the table for you, your actual reading, I'll do this now, is not one in which things are falling apart. There is no governmental coup or global pandemic tearing your world apart here. That's not happening. So if that's you, I'm just going to go ahead and suggest be mindful of that. You might want to take a few days off from that kind of thing and just focus on yourself. And that's going to be a relative message for what I'm seeing here, because I am seeing that in the past, and this may be the recent past, this is simply the past which is most relevant to the upcoming events in the upcoming week. There was a point where you decided that you needed to shore up your defenses, and this may have been physical defenses. This may have been your ability to defend yourself physically, your ability, however, much more so, to defend yourself emotionally and psychologically against external circumstances. Okay, you went through that cycle. You completed that cycle. You were acting from a place of mature emotional wisdom, of knowing emotionally what you should be doing, and so you shored up your defenses the way that you needed to. That got completed. And so then you very quickly went into another phase where you were able to step out emotionally, where you were able to step out in the world with a clean and open heart. And this was a very happy thing for you. It may seem contradictory, but it makes perfect sense. Once we are able to defend ourselves, and once we know that our psychological, emotional, physical defenses are in place, then we can relax and step out into the world confidently and have our day in the sun. I see that kind of cycle completing for you in the past, leading up to the events of the coming week. So what's going to happen for you in the coming week? Well, the major theme for the coming week has to do with healing, with taking some time out of the battle, so to speak, so that you can rest and recuperate. So you may find that some burdens are kind of lifted from your shoulders a little bit. You may find that you're not quite as concerned about things that you shouldn't necessarily be concerned about. Bringing forward that good positive energy that you have instead of any distractions. Early on in the week, I think you're going to go through some kind of an evaluation process. And this may be an evaluation, this may be you being evaluated, the reality of yourself in a situation such as an evaluation at work. Okay, it may not be an evaluation in your workplace, but it's that kind of a situation where you are a good, solid, honest inventory of who you have been and what you've become really takes place in a significant way. And this is going to lead you away. This is going to be a stress reliever for you. This is going to be a big stress reliever. You're going to find out as a consequence of this judgment. And again, for some of you, this may actually be an evaluation process that you are undertaking for someone else, okay? That you are the one making the judgment here. Either way, this is going to put you in a position where you are able to work well with other people. This is going to put you in a position where you know that the people that you are working with in order to accomplish things in the world, particularly to accomplish things having to do with your material security, earning money, that kind of thing, is good and solid, and you're on a good team. Okay, you're going to be on a good team because of this evaluation process. Big stress reliever. Find yourself on a good team. I also see in your social realm here, you may have a person in your life, and this also may be somebody in your workplace who turns out to be a very good and stalwart ally for you. Somebody who's willing to be there day to day and just to be strong and to do what needs to be done on your behalf, to do their part in a very good, solid way, a good stalwart ally for you. And this may be kind of a surprise. This may be kind of out of character for the particular person that you're thinking about or that you're dealing with. So look out for that. You may find that your judgments about someone were not necessarily correct. You might have thought that someone in your life was a little bit flaky or unreliable. Well, at least in the coming week, they're going to be extra reliable for you. Later on in the week, I do see you in a situation where you are having to rely upon your own wisdom, and you are having to be very secure in yourself, to trust your own judgment, to trust your own counsel alone yourself, so that you can be a good partner to others. This is a situation in which I see you, and I'll just spell it out. I have the Hermit clarified by the Chariot and Justice. And in this particular context, I think what that means most clearly is that you are going to find yourself in a situation where you are a right inside, from mind, heart, body, soul. You're going to be in the right place all by yourself so that you can then partner with others moving forward, even through difficult circumstances. Look out for that kind of a situation coming up. And that's going to be a good one for you too, because I think that's going to increase your confidence going forward. This is, and I'm going to say this again, I don't know if I've said this in this take or not, but as you might can tell, you might already know, I don't strictly do love readings. There are enough people out on YouTube just doing love readings every week. But if love is what you're into, this is going to be a very good week for that as well. What I'm seeing here is a situation in which your passionate interest, which you are ready to move forward with, is facing a situation, an overall cycle that is going to make you potentially capable of anything. You are going to be hitting a place where there is open potential for your passions. And so the overall conclusion of the reading involves someone potentially that you are very passionate about offering you an invitation or accepting an invitation from you. And this is someone that you really want to move forward with in a very passionate way, maybe in a very physically passionate way, someone that you find very attractive. If that's your situation, then hopefully you will find that's some good news. So hopefully you'll find that happening by the end of the week. But for all of you, in terms of your passions, what you're passionate about accomplishing in the world, whether it's connecting with a love partner, or it's just getting things done, I do see good news coming to you and a very good situation coming to you as a result of this overall cycle you're going through in the coming week. So once again, I am Art Kozak. I hope something that I've had to say is helpful to you in the coming week. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the future.